I think the issue that Fedor's having, and I don't want to speak for him, of course, it's just always clear that I think we want to jam to make sure we get all the money from tens and maybe sort of ace queens, and I don't know. Like,
maybe if the hands were reversed, we might see Jeremy trap with aces.
He does find the click.
Thank you.
Yeah, it just feels like on the off chance Jeremy Osmus just is making some play here with the king jack off, it feels disastrous not to just flat this extra 600, which you could hypothetically do with something, you know, like an ace queen off or an, I don't know. It's just a weird spot. It does feel so trappy, but
if he had ace queen off, I think that's exactly what he would do.
Yeah.
I think he'd put in the 500 and then call this.
Exactly. A jack high board, but of course we can just see it's just nut on nut. Ace jack suited, ace queen offs, and ace queen suiteds.
So I do think those weaker pairs, or like the suited broadways, given the chance to limp behind Jeremy's obvious intent to raise, I think they would have just limped behind. At least that's how I would approach the spot in Shilko's position. So when he chooses to raise, he's polar, or at least somewhat polar.
But then when he chooses to call the extra 600K, he's on the strength side of the polar.
Yeah.
Right? The pocket tens and jacks. And you don't necessarily want to give those hands an opportunity to bluff by the river as well, right? Like, that's why we put in this small bet on the flop. You find yourself betting here as well, Kevin?
Yeah, I think it's just a range play for Jeremy. He recognizes from his point of view that he's got all the strong hands.
Osmus isn't going to have the room to make it 1.1.
No,
he's going to have to shove or flat trap.
Oh, my.
And quads on the river for Alexander Shilko.
You know, you think there's not much to do here, just kind of sitting and hemming and hawing while you know that you're going to go all in. These are good opportunities for the pros to ask themselves that same question. If you're in Shilko's spot, he could be thinking here, not for this hand, of course, but for his future development as a player. How would I bluff this spot? Like, how the heck am I going to play a range?
And he bets 1 million, so he doesn't go for the jugular. He just goes for a vein. Is prepared to let Jeremy Osmus bleed out in later hands, leave him 4 big blinds.
Yeah, and it feels a little cheeky from this side. Let's leave a little extra behind. I would say the only merit in sizing down is if you're bluffing here, you have concerns that Jeremy's trapping. You have concerns that you're just going to walk into the nuts. So it might not be a mathematically wise proposition to put in the extra 500,000.
Can I just say I saw 19 sizing predictions in the chat on YouTube.
19 different ones.
19 different ones. Well, some were the same, but, you know, 19 different predictions. And I just want to give a shout out.
Good fold by Jeremy there.
Yeah, good fold. I just want to give a shout out to Ice Cold Spear.